Hi, I'm at the Daytona 5000 on September the 13th, 2020, and yes, it's the first race that I know of in Milton Keynes since COVID, and I'm introduced today to...
Lee George Barnes.
And what's your role today, Lee?
Really, it's just to help out, general dog's body, I guess, but part of it is to welcome you. So, welcome.
Thank you.
Good to see you here.
So how do you feel about today being on?
Oh, it's brilliant, isn't it? Let's face it. It's beautiful sunshine, great day. Everybody is just happy to be out racing again.
How many are you expecting today?
We're expecting around 150 to 170. Exact figures I'm not sure about. Some people will be paying on the day. And of course, there's a few dropouts as well. We had capacity for up to 250. So I think still people are a little bit concerned about COVID, but as you can see, there's lots and lots of precautions in place. So when they arrive, everybody gets their temperature checked. It's their names are ticked off. They come down. They get given a race number. We're keeping distance between 2 metres between each person as they come through. And part of the reason why it's taking so long is we're doing it in waves, just so we can stagger the number of people here at any one point.
I'm here with the founder of Milton Keynes Redway Runners, Martin Lawrence.
I'm absolutely elated. It's just starting. The runners are out on the track now. First runners are coming around from the first loop. It's great. We only put the idea together just about three and a half weeks ago. We talked to Daytona, and they said they were happy for us to do an event. And so in 3 weeks we put the whole thing together, and we got an event that's very COVID secure. People are well distanced on the track, and we just obviously thought everything through, and it's looking fabulous, and we've got a great day as well. Blue skies.
I was going to say, the weather, you couldn't have asked for a better weather on a September, and just looking at the runners and how happy they all look. How does it feel to see such a large number of Redway runners back together?
It was the middle of March when everything came to a halt, and we've been out in groups of really small numbers, 6 and now 12. So getting everybody together again, it's just what we need, and it's fantastic. Seeing so many faces I haven't seen for so long, it's just great. And the announcement's really good, isn't he? He's nice and loud.
Knowing you can always count on me, for sure. That's what friends are for.
So I've just come across 2 volunteers.
Anne Bonson and Annette Smythe.
So what made you 2 volunteer today?
Me personally, I don't like laps, so I thought I would help out instead.
Do you know how many laps there is that they've got to do today for the 5,000?
5.
They've got to do 5 laps.
Yeah, no, I volunteered because Martin made me, basically.
Oh, really? Sounds like a hard driver.
Oh, he is,
no,
absolutely.
He is.
Yeah, he said, I need you to do this, will you do this?
But you don't seem like disappointed about it. You've got big smiles on your faces. You look like, you're enjoying it.
It's really good fun.
I was a bit worried about the crowds, to be honest, but it's perfect, isn't it? It's brilliant. It's really good to be back.
Very difficult. Going up the hill, the last hill's a killer, but the rest of it's not too bad.
Very hard. Just that hill right over that far side. I think I only conquered it once. That was the last lap. I'm only a beginner, so I've done well.
Wow, when did you actually start running?
3 weeks ago.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
68.
It was all right till about lap 4. Then you just sort of have to talk yourself into it and push yourself. Go on, come on, it's one more lap after this, you can do it. Just because it's the same thing 5 times.
Yeah. What about you, Mel?
Yeah, she keeps me going, always has done.
I shout at her.
So yeah, she does.
How did you keep motivated as a beginner during lockdown?
It was one reason to get outside and do some exercise and change the scenery from the house. Even if you were walking some of it, it was just good to get out.
No one warned us about the hill at the first bit.
I'm hearing about this hill. Is it really a speed bump?
No, it's definitely a hill, yeah, around it. But I'm just checking my time, I did okay.
Yeah,
I got a 5k record for me.
Which is?
Hang on, 28:02.
Oh, congratulations, well done.
I joined Redway Runners and never looked back, and my running's gone from strength to strength with them. I've done umpteen half marathons. I did the Milton Keynes Marathon last year, my first ever marathon. Amazing support from everybody. I'm also a run lead, so going from beginner novice, I'm actually out leading new people now.
This is great to actually have a race back. My last race was the big half in London, and then obviously everything happened with COVID. It's been quite a stressful time at work for me, so I've tried to keep running throughout, but really sort of this last few weeks sort of really started to lose my mojo, wasn't really enjoying it, had a couple of niggles and thought, right, I need to book something. So when this came up, I thought, perfect.
So after today, what's the next race? Or
I've got Run the Claydons, which is 7 miler on the beginning of October. And then that's it really this year. And then next year we've had a couple of races postponed, so Snowdonia Marathon next year.
You most probably heard him on most of the podcast interviews I've done so far, but I am with Nathan Rutherford, the man that we have to talk to, the entertainer. How are you finding it, Nathan?
Very much enjoying myself today. As soon as they give me a microphone, I'm off. I'm like, it's a stage, it's theatre, it's performance.
And I noticed you've been singing a few songs. Have you been practising?
I have. I was just thinking in my head, what should I sing? And then they just come to me. It's like a jukebox. Just I thought, like, entertain the crowds, make people smile. Keep smiling, keep shining.
Hi, I'm with Simon Reed right now, who's just come first on the first Daytona 5,000 loops. How was it, Simon?
Yeah, it was really good. It's a bit unusual, but it was really nice. You know, not normally used to the sort of quite tight turns, but lovely conditions, no wind as well. And actually, I was a bit worried about 5 laps in your head. But actually, they seemed to go quite quick. So it was a really good event, well organised.
Is this your first race back since COVID?
I have done one, a 5k around Winham Lake.
Okay.
Milton Keynes organised that, so this is my second one. Try and get a little bit better. And I think I've done better today in terms of my pace. So
how did you find the start? Because it wasn't like compact like races were pre-COVID.
Like the one we did before was all 10 of you got off at once, as opposed to one-on-one. I think I preferred that actually. Then you could sort of get a proper line as well and be that distance.
So you've made history today, being
yes.
the first one. Good luck. Thank you.
Much.
Matt, you've just come in on second place. How do you feel?
Yeah, all right. Tired. It was a good, nice course, lots of twists and turns, but really nice, really enjoyed it.
How did you find the 5 loops? Are you used to that sort of running?
I've done Caldecott Lake Marathon a few times, so I'm used to the loops. It's not too bad actually, it's quite nice. You can see certain people and you can work out if you're ahead or behind them, so really nice course, enjoyed it.
What is your distance, really?
Ultras.
Is it? Yeah. So this was a bit of a shock to do a 5k, you know.
Yeah, I did a 13 mile this morning before this.
Oh wow, so you warmed up and you came second?
Yeah, warmed up nicely.
So how have you been coping during all the COVID with your training and everything?
It's not been too bad. I tend to run in small groups anyway, so it's been not really that much change than usual. Obviously kind of missed club runs and missed some of the big events, but generally it's been okay.
Does it feel good being back and seeing everyone?
It does. It feels good to be back and seeing familiar faces.
So when's the next ultra?
I've got Thames Path Trot, which is end of October, which is about 50 miles, something like that.
Do you think that'll definitely go ahead?
I think so. We did a Shars and Spars in Northampton last weekend, which is 35 miles, and that went ahead. So I think it's a good chance it will go ahead.
Well, good to see you. I'll let you go and get a drink and recover.
Thank you very much.
I'm now with Kevin Aldridge. Kevin, you've just finished. How was it?
Oh, it was really good running around here. There's a few little hills to catch you, but lovely running circuit and a lovely atmosphere, hearing the guys and cheering and clapping and the sun. Yeah, just really worth doing. So.
And you said just beforehand you've just done a marathon. What is this about?
Well, I did the Milton Keynes Marathon a couple of days ago and really enjoyed that. So my legs were a bit stiff, but it was still really good. But I love it. Really good.
Was this just like the cool-down run after the marathon to loosen the legs?
It was really, and they were a little looser than I expected, which is good news. But I ran the last half of the marathon with Martin Lawrence, who's been a very long time friend of mine. We set the club up together, and just to support things like this are really, really good. That's what it's all about.
And like just to see so many volunteers and runners here, and everyone is social distancing. I must admit, before I came and Martin said, you know, to come along, I was like, how is it possible? But it's just working.
I mean, we're a real community-based club. From the start, we've wanted to embrace everybody. The type of members we've got, exactly as you say, they're going to respect the rules, they're going to enjoy each other's company, and this is what this club's all about. You know, I think it's why we're probably the biggest running club in the world. And that's not an exaggeration.
No, you've got over 3,600 members.
At the moment, yeah. And I mean, we've had tens of thousands over the years. But there's that community spirit. I mean, just, you know, you can feel it today, I'm sure you can. You know, serious runners really going for good times and people jogging around and doing their best. So.
Is this the most you've seen, I suppose, of people in one area since the COVID incident?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we were very quick to close everything down and respect the rules, and a few of us have been running together, but it was lovely that we'd managed to get this going, right now, and so many people have come out to support it.
Did you have a bit of a panic attack during the week when the government did their announcement?
We did, yeah. I mean, Martin and I had a chat on Wednesday, and a number of people were talking, and we obviously decided we could still do it. And I'm glad we have. I'm glad we just got in time.
No, it's really good, and just to see mental health amongst these runners, it's just, you've lifted so many people today.
Absolutely. I mean, this club's all about that, and over the years we watch people come, and I don't know how many kilograms people have lost in weight over the years, and you see them turn up and then they come to the runs and they get happy and they get friends, make new friends. It's just, that's what this is all about, and a lot of people nowadays are working from home, and you don't get that social interaction, and with the club you can get that as you come out during the week or events like this.
I'm now with Andrew Geary, the Mayor of Milton Keynes. Welcome.
Thank you, good to be here this morning. Yeah, it's fantastic to be outside. You've clearly ordered the weather for this morning. It's come wonderfully for you. But it's great to be here, and an event that's, yes, a large-scale event, but wonderfully organised, social distancing at its best, and a safe environment to be in. It feels good to be here. I think I ought to be taking part, although the fitness levels wouldn't say it. 5 years ago, I was stood on the start line at Newcastle waiting to start the Great North Run. I've put on a few pounds, and I'm not exactly in shape, but I have pledged to run the MK Marathon next year, or take part in the MK Marathon. It might end up that I only do a half, I think. But
still a half.
But yeah, we'll be doing something anyway. So this sort of thing will be great for fitness. But anyway, I'm just in the throes of trying to shed a few pounds and start the fitness regime ready. So great that these sort of things are taking place. I know that you're still gathering in groups of 6 to run on the Redways here in Milton Keynes, our fantastic Redways that, well, when they built the city 50 years ago, they clearly thought of a COVID-19 pandemic 50 years on, and that actually, despite all of that, we could run in relative safety. But great to see a large event to just kind of get people motivated again, I think, after 6 months of not having this kind of thing.
I'm with the last runner of the event, Laura Ward. Laura, how do you feel?
I feel really tired, but I'm good. I was the beginners from January, so I'm pleased to finish finally.
And how did you find it, with the heat and that today?
It was hot. The tarmac was really hot, and it's really deceiving. The hills are quite tough.
You say you're a beginner since January. You're back here today in September. Have you been running in between?
I've been trying, but it's not the same as running with the group. I've done the intensive 3-week course, and that was relatively easy, but this just finished me off.
So Martin, it's over. Laura's just gone through the last runner. How you feel?
I feel absolutely elated. Sort of ideas of how this will work, and I think it's come out pretty much exactly. Fantastic weather. It's been great. Virtually, I think we've got 2 or 3 people haven't turned up on the day, so we've had 172 runners out doing it. Every bit of feedback I've heard has been really, really good. I've heard nothing. They have mentioned a little hill on the track, a few people. But it's been great seeing so many green T-shirts, so many friends back out to say hello to and talk to. And it's been wonderful. I've enjoyed it. I think others have as well. I hope they have.
Has this inspired you to think of doing another event, if you can, this year?
Yeah, we're hoping not sure when we'll do this one again. We hope to do something like this again. We do have another event at Christmas, which hopefully we can go ahead with, which is our Santa Saunter, which is a real family friendly sort of run. And that's 1 mile, so we're hoping we can put that on as well. I think we've learnt some lessons for the club as well. It's the first time we used our timing system. I think they've got a couple of things just to have a look at and things to think about. How the COVID worked, I think we did pretty well with that. We'll have a look at the feedback for it as well. We've got some of our beginners doing their graduations, so that's been fantastic. So I think we've ticked most of the boxes that we wanted to. Time will tell.
You've done really, really well. Really pleased for you, and it's just been amazing.
Yeah, no, it has been great, and I've enjoyed it.
That's what it's about.
Shining, knowing you can always count on me.